Hello, it is Monday and we are live. I'm going to give it a second to notify people so that they can hop on. Oh, looks like we got some already. Perfect. Welcome. We'll get started here in a second. I'll probably just do some chatting until we get some questions, and you have that comment box down there for you. If you want to tell me where you're calling in from, if you have questions, comments, anything, I'm happy to answer them. If you've been following along with me for a while, you'll see that I have been crazy busy. You saw my brother-in-law got engaged, and then they were in town because they live in Chicago because my husband's grandmother had passed away. So Thursday we had everyone in town and had the funeral celebration of life. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday we were helping entertain. We had some people in from the Scottsdale area for the NASCAR races at the Iowa Speedway because they are helping our best friends kind of expand their business. So we were super busy doing all of that. And then yesterday I got was a really cool experience. It was also my husband and I's 6-year anniversary. So we have been celebrating all parts of life, engagements, anniversaries, celebration of life for his grandma. It's been crazy, but yeah, our 6-year anniversary was yesterday. It is crazy. It has been already 6 years. I feel like it just goes so fast. And I'm sure some of you that have been married longer can attest to that as well. But we got to do a really cool experience. So some of the people that we were helping entertain this weekend, one of them is a retired NASCAR driver, Dale Jarrett. We've gotten to know him really well this year, and his girlfriend, Joanna. So we were helping entertain them. And then obviously with it being a NASCAR event, he was, speaking on NBC. So we got to do like the full tour in the pit, through the trailers. We got to be right in front of the NBC tent when they took off. It was super, super cool. And then obviously finished watching it from the suites. I really don't know a lot about NASCAR. It was not a sport I had ever been to watch, especially live. It was really, really cool. Now, I definitely got to do it on a little bit of a bougier level, so it makes it that much more exciting. But I enjoyed getting to go. It was definitely a new experience that I get to add to my list. But looks like we're getting some more people on here so we can kind of get this rolling. So for those of you who don't know, I am Steph Bruckshaw. I was an elementary teacher for 8 years, a club volleyball coach, and just the straight up burnout from everything, politics, disrespect, being underpaid, everything. And so what I've done is I've taken my teaching skills online and I help people learn how to earn money online through affiliate and digital marketing. And you can do this in any niche. You do not have to do what I do. You see a lot of people on here talking about money, and that is not the only way that you make money. You don't make money just coming on here to talk about money. You can do it anything you're passionate about. Could be, I definitely dabble along the sides of digital products a lot more, but you can do physical products like you've heard Amazon affiliate, Target affiliate, Home Depot, Costco, right? All those companies sell physical products and they also have affiliate programs. So again, you can do this in any niche you're passionate about. So if you're passionate about Disney, there is a way you can learn how to make money talking about Disney. If you're passionate about cooking, there are tons of cooking affiliate programs out there as well. Spanish, health and fitness, relationships, you name it. I can help you learn the skills to make that profitable. And again, that comment box is for you. So if you want to drop where you're calling in from, you want to drop questions. Last week we had tons of questions. I love being able to do it that way because this is just basically a free FaceTime with me to come ask any questions, even if you haven't started yet. What the heck do I need to know? If you have questions and you're struggling somewhere, I am happy to help in that area as well. But like I said, this is something that I do full time. I left teaching in 2023 and I went to the full online world, which has been amazing because I have scaled this business to 5-figure months. I have, contributed more financially, which was a really, really big deal for me. And one of my very large whys is I've always wanted to just be a larger contribution. I know that men love to be the breadwinners and the caretakers, but I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. I want to be able to take that financial pressure off of him, especially, when we have kids. We both want me to be able to stay home and be able to just not have all of that pressure on him. But not only that, we travel monthly. We get to do really cool experiences like the NASCAR thing. I think it's crazy. The more you get into this and you start networking and doing different things, you meet lots of people and your doors just open. We travel monthly. I can work from anywhere. I don't deal with a boss anymore. I make more money. So it really, really has been life-changing. And that's why I'm so passionate about coming on here to share it with you all, because even if you're just looking to make some extra income, you don't want to leave your 9-to-5. You love your 9-to-5. That's okay. You can do this on the side just to make some extra money, or you can scale this to be full-blown like I am and something you're passionate about. I mean, I know somebody who has made 6 figures with a $3 cookie recipe. Okay. So I know we talk a lot about ways that you can make money online. A very large portion, and what most people like to start with, is called affiliate marketing. You'll see that digital marketing umbrella term, but affiliate marketing is when you promote other companies' products and services. So what's really cool is obviously they're not your products. We're not storing anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to create anything, right? You go and apply, you get a unique affiliate link, and you're out there sharing about it. And when people click on it and purchase, you earn a commission, okay? Think about how many times you're online scrolling and you click on something and you buy it. I don't think how many people realize that most of the time, not only is that company making a sale, but affiliate probably is too. And it doesn't cost extra money to buy through an affiliate link. They're just getting a piece of that pie, a commission, in order to, because they referred that to you, right? It's like a little thank you. Yep. Oh, you showed this person this product, solved a problem for them. Here is a commission for bringing them to our company. That's truly what it is. And 86% of companies have an affiliate program. Oh, I grabbed a water. I have had a cold hanging on for 2 weeks now, and I can't get rid of this cough. I grabbed a water and I didn't bring it outside. Whatever, we'll be fine. But 86% of companies have an affiliate program. It's over 100,000 companies out there. It's been around since the 80s, okay? This has been around longer than I was born. I was born in 1991. It started, if you Google it, affiliate marketing started with a flower shop, which was really unique, really cool. But I feel like people get worried. They're like, is this, MLM, pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme? And it's not, okay? It's truly a relationship between you and the company. And if you make a sale, you earn a commission. There's no one above you. There's no one below you. That's not how it works. I always like to compare it. My husband's in sales. He does work for a company, but it is structured the exact same, right? He sells packaging lines, right? So he goes out, sells Steph Trapper, a whole packaging line, whatever it is, to different companies. And obviously he works for a company, so the company's making a sale, but he earns a commission because he brought that customer in, he did the work, and now he earns a sale. Or a commission. That is the exact same thing that affiliate marketing is. And that's what makes it so cool. Okay. Again, you didn't have to create anything. You're not storing anything. You literally just have to set up some simple systems, drive traffic. Okay. You do that through content creation and things like that. And when you sell it, you make a commission, you start making money, and it's very, very scalable. Because once you get the hang of it, then you can add in more affiliate offers. Not only can you add in more affiliate offers, but like I said, digital marketing is an umbrella term. Affiliate marketing is only one part of that. You can create your own digital products, right? And that's just creating one simple item one time that's digitally downloadable, and you can sell it over and over again. So like I said in the beginning, right, I know someone who made a digital download, right? They went to Canva, did their cookie recipe, and they've made 6 figures selling a $3 cookie recipe. Okay? And if you're not interested in creating things, that's okay. That's why affiliate marketing is so great. You don't have to do that. I didn't create things right away either. I started with affiliate marketing. I kept adding multiple affiliate offers. I'm now an affiliate for over 10 companies. But down the road, once I figured out what people wanted from me in my niche, like the niche I picked, then I started creating digital products. So when I started getting the same questions over and over, I'm like, that's a problem my audience has, and I can create a digital product from that to earn more money, right? Like add additional streams of income. And then also in January, at the beginning of this year, I also launched one-on-ones. So those are ways that you can earn money online with digital marketing. You can do, like I said, affiliate marketing, the most common, the one people love because you don't have to do anything crazy extra. Creating your own digital product, right? And that could be video series, PDF, like you name it. You can also do, like I said, coaching and one-on-ones, mentorships, falls under that category. The next one's pretty, I feel like, advanced. It's live events. So this is technically a live, something I could charge for. People have webinars, things like that, or in person. So I feel like that takes some time to build up to, especially if you're coming in with no experience. But you can definitely start this if you have no experience, no followers, no tech skills. That's exactly how I started when I was teaching. I had no clue how all of this worked. And that's why I took an education to learn. And me coming from the teaching world, obviously education is super high on my list, right? Knowledge is power. So the more you learn, the more successful you will always be in implementing the things you learn and staying consistent and not giving up until you see the results that you're looking for. Okay. Let's see. Any questions yet? Like I said, we had a ton last week. It was awesome. This cough is going to be the death of me. All right. So when you get started with digital and affiliate marketing, there's obviously some things you have to do. I have a free digital starter kit that I offer to people. It has all the steps to get started, the tools, the resources that you're going to need to get set up to be successful. So obviously the first thing is picking a niche, right? I feel like a lot of people get stuck on this part. And if you know what you would do, want to do, that's awesome. There are a lot of people who don't have any idea what they would do. Again, that's why the education piece is so important. So in this business builder challenge that I recommend, okay, it's only $17. They have prompts in there to help train your ChatGPT to literally help you pick a niche in minutes. Okay. And I've been having conversations with some people. They're like, well, ChatGPT told me I had to do this. And you don't have to do what ChatGPT tells you. They'll give you it gives you 3 options and you can tweak it. ChatGPT is just a tool. You can say, I don't really like this part, ChatGPT. I want to do this or add more of this in. You're truly learning to train the ChatGPT throughout this challenge. And I have been doing this for 2 years without even that. They recently updated this within the last couple months. So I had to do a lot of trial and error to train mine. So you've got copy paste prompts to truly train it. So after you pick a niche, right, whether you do it on your own or you take the challenge and let ChatGPT help you, there are systems you have to put in place. You can start, in the challenge, they teach you how to do it manually or with a very simple software. Before, when I started, you had to use a funnel and email automation. That was the only way that was known how to do this. Now that there is a free to start, very simple software that you don't even have to build a funnel or an email automation right away, that they teach you inside the challenge. And you can literally get up and running in one day. So you could complete the challenge in under 2 hours, use this software, get up and running. Unless you're going to create obviously your own digital product or something of that nature, it might take you a couple days or whatever it is. But again, you're choosing a niche, You're setting up your systems. Then after you set up your systems, you're going to create content on free social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever. And you're going to literally post 2 to 3 times a day, driving traffic to that link, okay, so that you can make sales. And the most important thing to keep in mind is you need to be solving a problem for somebody. Okay, I think we always miss that part, is you are solving a problem for someone. Okay, so if you're solving a problem, let's think. Let's go back to that cookie recipe example. Obviously, this is a digital product that they created themselves. But if this cookie recipe, right, let's just do, I don't know, let's do a themed one. Fall's getting ready to come up. Okay, I know it's only August, but you see pumpkin spice latte everything right now. Say there was a special pumpkin cookie recipe you want to bring for the holidays or make for Halloween or whatever, and you just don't want to spend time like testing it out, and you just saw this girl's Instagram page and people were raving about this cookie recipe, and she'd been posting, you know, videos of her cooking it or the ingredients or whatever it is. And you're like, it's $3. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just gonna buy it, right? And so even inside that cookie recipe that she may even have some affiliate links. Like inside that digital product you download, she might have her favorite cooking utensils, or, you know, where to get the ingredients. And if you click on those and you're like, add to cart, done, she may be even earning extra commission off of that $3 cookie recipe that you just bought. So those are your steps of picking a niche, right? So what are you going to promote? So when you pick a niche, is it going to be affiliate marketing? Am I going to create something of my own? What am I going to do, right? You're going to set up some simple systems. You're going to drive traffic to that offer. And again, when you make a sale, you earn a commission. Okay. All right, let's start dropping some questions. Like I said, that comment box is for you. If you want my free digital starter kit, you can just comment ready. If you do it in this live, I will screenshot it and send it to you, because my DM automation does not work when it's live, but it will if you're watching the replay. So if you're watching the replay, drop a ready so you can get that free digital starter kit, access to that challenge I'm talking about if you're interested, all of those good things, so that you can start learning how to earn money online. All right, let's see. I'm just checking some things. Sometimes there's questions that go in that little question box. All right, what questions do you guys have? Anything for me? I'm gonna give you a second. I wish I'd have brought my water out. All right, well, I can keep chatting then. I didn't bring my list of questions out. Sometimes I have a list I go through of commonly asked, but I've said it so much, I can probably do it from memory already. I'm trying to think. What do you guys have for me? I would love to answer questions. I feel like I hate talking to myself. I would rather be answering questions from you or interacting with you guys. That's my favorite part of it. I wish I could go live on my main Teacher to Marketer page. I still can't. So I feel like I've just kind of started over here with my lives, but that's okay. People hop on over. Just kind of seeing what questions do we have. All right. Well, I will keep going. So, like I said, I was a teacher for 8 years, club volleyball coach, and I was just burnt out. And so this just completely changed everything for me. I feel like I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted. I was not making enough money for the work I was putting in. I had to say no all the time. And then the only time I really like to travel, but the only time to travel is your breaks, and that is the most expensive time to travel. So it just never worked out. Obviously, a lot of our friends are not teachers, And so we were never able to travel with them because they would travel obviously on off seasons because it is cheaper and more affordable. And so now with being able to make that decision and move on from teaching and start my own business, you know, not only am I making more money helping people do this, learn these skills, teach on my own terms, be my own boss, but I don't have to miss out on things anymore. Like this week, my husband he's got some work things in Minneapolis, and I'll be able to go with him. Before, I wouldn't have been able to do that because I would be heading back for teacher in service, honestly. And now I can ride up with him. We can take the dogs. We can both work. You know, he can go do what he needs to do, and I can work from the hotel with the dogs. And then we get to go and hang out somewhere in a different, you know, a different city than just sitting at home. And I've gotten to travel to a lot more places, have a lot more experiences than I ever would have had if I was stuck in my 9 to 5, right? Teaching's not 9 to 5, but quote unquote 9 to 5 teaching job. I might have to go grab my water. What else? My next big thing I've been preparing for is I am speaking in Nashville at the beginning of September. And so I finalized my presentation for that. And I'm going to start practicing it. We got so busy. I was like, I'm going to practice it every day of August, but we got so busy. So now I'm going to start practicing it a little bit each day so that I am ready for my presentation in Nashville with all of you that are joining. I gave 2 people last week that were super interested, ready to take their business to the next level. I was gifted 2 tickets, and so I found 2 people that were pumped to go. Hey Vanessa, hey. So I'm really excited about that. That's a really cool opportunity that speakers get. From time to time, they're able to gift that to people so that they're able to attend. So I'm really excited to meet everybody, meet the people that, you know, took me up on those tickets and all of the things. But any questions? What questions do we have? Any at all? I see some people kind of wavering back and forth on and off, so. No? All right. Well, I'll just keep chatting then. What else could we talk about? I feel like a lot of people get worried about faceless. Like they're like, I want to do this. I want to make money, but I don't want to show my face like you. Showing my face was a choice. So you don't have to show your face. You can do faceless digital and affiliate marketing. There are several ways that you can go about it. There are tons of places that have, you know, whether it's free or premium, right? Like a paid thing to get videos and images, things like that. You can also do, like, it's called clipping. Actually, let me go back to the faceless content vault. When you get that faceless content, you would then edit the content, right? And like make your videos, but it would be faceless. It wouldn't be you. It would be those stock images and videos instead of it being in person, like how I do it. And I video myself and my life and things like that. And then the next thing, like I said, I'll skip clipping because that's going to be off of what I was saying. Then you could also do where there are people that are like, well, I want to show my face, but I just don't want my friends and family to know. Like there are people that would make me feel uncomfortable, or it would hold me back from doing this, right? And so you can totally I know lots of people who started their brand new Instagram accounts, because you're going to have to start new accounts. And when you start your new Instagram account, just go ahead and block those people right away. Block whoever you wouldn't want to see your content that would make you uncomfortable. And then you don't have to do it completely faceless because you don't want to, but you also don't have friends and family who are seeing that. The other piece you can do, I have talked about previously, is clipping, and it is on the last page of my free digital starter kit for those who are interested. But this is for people who like, I want to do this, but I don't want to make my own content. I don't want to write captions. I just like want to post. You see this like very commonly on TikTok, honestly, where you see it's called Clippers. And so it's partnered with a creator. You've teamed up with a creator and you post their content and they pay you for views. So I've actually partnered with a company who teaches this. So they'll teach you how to do it. They have men and women content available to you and captions ready to go. So you'll be clipping for them and you get paid for views. And not only does their opportunity allow you to get paid for your views of posting their content to drive traffic, but you'll get an affiliate link for their company. And so then if anyone clicks on that link and you make a sale, you'll also earn a commission on top of that. So that's a really cool, unique opportunity because typically clippers are only getting paid for their views once they've partnered with a content creator. And what's beneficial, at first I didn't really understand. I'm like, why is this beneficial at all? It's beneficial for the content creator because now they're getting tons of content pumped out that they've already posted before, because most people don't even see all of your content, even if they follow you. And so they're getting tons of content pumped out everywhere. And people are like, wow, I keep seeing this person's face. This is obviously not their profile, but eventually you will come across this person's profile and you'll be like, oh, this is who it is, right? So it builds their brand. And then it's also beneficial, obviously, for the clipper, right? Because you're getting paid. You're not really having to do all of that excess work, but you're getting paid for the views. And then, like I said, this company will even do affiliate commissions promoting them. So really cool. If you, that faceless side, if you're not wanting friends and family to see, you can get stock images and videos. You can start a new account if you want to show your face, block everyone you know, or you could be interested in clipping. It's really cool what you can do with this. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was weird. I had like a notification go up, but I had mine silenced. Okay. Anyways, moving on. I have them silenced, but they're still coming through. I think because maybe my messages are coming through on my Instagram. I don't know. They distract me. I get distracted sometimes pretty easily. Let's see. Anyways, if you're interested in getting started, like I said, I have a free digital starter kit. You would just comment ready for that. It will have all the steps, tools, and resources you need to get started. I give lots of free resources away, especially if you do decide to dive in and purchase the challenge. I have tons. I actually just updated even 2 more you receive in an email from me for my customers, people who have bought through me. Because once you buy, right, the product, hey, I want to learn how to do this, I'm going to dive in the challenge. You don't need emails about the challenge anymore. And so I move you over and I give, free checklists in my emails. I give a free, let's create your daily schedule. What's this going to look like? I give a free Excel sheet of keeping track of your offers and things that you've done. I added those 2 today. When you're going through the challenge, here's what you're going to do to get it done. I'm not going to start on Monday. You'll always say, I'll start on Monday, and it never happens. So that's what I called it. But it's like a day-by-day thing to get done, or you can just do it in a couple hours. You can honestly finish the challenge in 2 hours, but I broke it into even days to simplify it for people. So you get that for free. Obviously, recommendations from me of softwares to run your business. Literally, I do not leave anything out because your success is my success. I want you to be successful. Okay, hang on. Oh my gosh, sorry you guys. This cough. Ugh. Okay, I really want to get started. I've been watching for too long. I just want to get started. Okay, so literally you just have to jump in. I feel like people just watch. And when you do that, that time never comes. You're just going to keep watching. You just have to rip the Band-Aid off and just dive in, right? Read the free digital starter kit that I have, and then you're going to take the challenge. The challenge is only $17, and there's so much value in it. Like I said, they have simplified it so much of the times of AI. I have an email I have to respond to, and they're like, I don't do anything AI. This is not, you guys, this is not the AI where you're putting your image in and it's making you an AI figure. I will never do that. I totally believe in this full authenticity thing, that is not what it means. It means that you're training a ChatGPT tool, right? That is also considered AI to get to know you and to help you make this business simpler. When we're sitting here and we're like, I can't think of what to say, I just want to word vomit into ChatGPT, type all my thoughts out, and then it spits it back to you in like a way that it could be said, and you're like, oh, that was so much better, right? That is the AI. So you just have to rip the Band-Aid off. You have to start learning, and you just have to start implementing. This is not going to happen overnight. This is not going to be a get-rich-quick scheme. This is something you have to take time and build and learn, and then know I'll eventually get there because I got started. But you're only prolonging your success if you don't get started, right? I don't know what is stopping me. What made you go all in? Okay, so Vanessa, let's see. Sorry, I want to make sure. What made me go all in was I was just tired of my situation. I honestly prayed to find a different path. I loved teaching. I love the acts of teaching. I love what teaching brings, but I didn't love everything else about it. And I knew that's not where I was meant to be a teacher. I knew that wasn't going to be where I saw myself the next 30, 40 years. I couldn't. I was so burnt out. I was so unhappy. I would suffer from really, really bad migraines. I would throw up for them. I was tired of feeling like I was doing all this work to bring home maybe, $3,000-ish a month. And when I was scrolling, I saw it. And I want to say I saw this girl a few times, I didn't wait months to start, but I saw her and I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. Whatever. And then one day I just sat and I watched all her content and I was like, interesting. And so I downloaded her free guide that she had, and I read through it and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take this challenge she recommends. And at first I was like, I don't know, buying anything on the internet. I get it. It's scary. I showed it to my husband and he was just like, it looks, the website was what I was worried about. The website looks legit. He's like, at the time it was, when I started, it was $7. They've updated things and that's why it's $17 now. But my husband's like, Stephanie, that's $7. You spend more than that on a cocktail at happy hour. Just buy it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You lose $7. Same thing. You lose $17. That's the worst that could happen, right? That's it. You're not just quitting your job tomorrow. You're not changing your current situation already. You're not making any drastic change other than I'm going to try this. I'm going to learn about it. Because that's the first step, is educating yourself on it. You don't know what you don't know. We can sit here and watch content, but until you really truly dive into the education and talk to somebody, right? Because in this $17 challenge I'm talking about, you also get a one-on-one advisor. So you will meet with this person 2 to 3 times, a real live person. And that is crazy that is included in the $17. So that's what made me dive in. I was tired of my situation. It was very affordable. It was just $7 at the time. And I loved it. And I just knew, like I said, I prayed about it. It was just this sign, this is what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to go and teach in this way. And I invested in some additional education. I got my systems up and running. I left teaching that year. And I went all in. And I really wanted to change my situation that bad, because when I looked at my future, knowing what my day would look like every single day for the rest of my life, that I knew what I would be paid in 30 or 40 years. I knew that I would miss out on tons and tons of things, and I wasn't okay with that. So I took a leap in myself, and it has paid off. So that's what made me go all in. I probably could go just on and on about it, but I feel like so many people are at a halt, and I just don't understand why they don't just take the leap to just read somebody's freebie and then follow what they recommend. That's also something that people get hung up on, is there are a lot of people that once you start watching a certain kind of content, right, that it starts pulling a lot of people in that niche to you. Like, I don't know, like when I would scroll on my personal social media, I watched a lot of dog videos. I'm obsessed with my dogs. So what is all of the stuff I'm seeing? People who create content about dogs. So right now you interact with people like me who talk about earning online. And so a lot of people are talking about it probably on your feed, and you feel overwhelmed because everyone has something different to share. And they do, because something different worked for those people. But the first thing those people did was take an education. And so I always tell people, find somebody that you enjoy their content, like you feel like you connect with them, that you feel like like, and trust them, right? I know that sounds weird to say for on the internet, but you get a gut feeling about people. Like, there's people I've followed, unfollowed, been like, I would never follow that person, right? Do you enjoy seeing what they're doing and keeping up to date with their life? Do they respond to you, right? That's one big reason I do these lives. I want to be available to people who want to learn. I respond to everyone because I know what it felt like when I started and how overwhelmed I was. And I had questions that I wanted answered. And so that's how you pick a person to go all in on, right? Download whatever they are offering for free, right? That is going to give you a taste of what it is, and follow what they tell you to do. Like, I would never have you buy something that wouldn't be worth your time. And I have options on the last page of my free guide that if something's not for you or something's not in your budget, there is an option for everybody. And you can always send me a message and be like, hey, I'm teetering between these two things. This is my situation. This is my thought. And I would help you decide. Like, and I would never just tell you to go one way because of like the money. I would tell you truly what's going to help you to be successful. Would you be available to walk me through once I complete the challenge? So when you take the challenge, that's actually going to walk you through how to start this, how to set this up. It's going to help you pick a niche. It's going to help you pick your first digital product. It's going to help you set up, your systems. At the end, they do offer what I invested in. I invested in, additional education. But I do offer one-on-ones. Obviously, it is a part of my job, right? So I do charge for one-on-ones, but I am always available to send me a DM, send me an email, whatever it is. Like I said, I help in any way I can, but at the end of the day, this is still a business, right? But I am going to be there to support you in whatever way you need and show you that the options that I do have, right? So, and you're going to have a one-on-one advisor when you take that challenge. So they will also be there to ask questions to and guide you through as well. So there's tons of support. I have a free Facebook group. When you join the challenge, they also have a free Facebook group. So I spend a lot of time using that search bar and typing in my questions, just because this company has been around for 16 years. And so I wouldn't be the first person to ask this question, just so I'm not like a repetitive person. Searching in there are just so many resources. How much time did you give yourself each day to complete the challenge? So it's changed a lot since when I started. I would say it took like the original challenge took 8 or 9 hours to like complete. Obviously it's self-paced. You're not completing it in one sitting. Working full time, that took me about a month, but I'm not someone who just like watches all the way through. I'm someone who sets my meeting out with my advisor a week later so I can get something done, do my research, write down my questions. That's just like the true like educator in me. A lot of people completed it in like under the 15 days. It's because it used to be a 15-day challenge. And so now you can actually complete this challenge in 2 hours. Like if you sat down and completed it all the way through. So I would but I wouldn't depends on you. if, when I completed this, I did go through it, obviously, because it's been updated. I've made changes to my own business. If I went through this as a complete beginner today, right, because I just went straight through it, I would break it apart so that I could do my time to research, ask my questions, and space out my meetings. If you completed the whole challenge in 2 hours and then you meet with your advisor, I feel like it feels kind of weird because you've taken in so much information that it might feel really overwhelming, because that first meeting is, just talking about your goals, like what are you looking to get out of this, getting to know your advisor. And so you really want to space those out within the challenge. So that would be my recommendation to you, is kind of chunk your 5 lessons. It's 5 lessons. And spread them out to where you would meet with your advisor, like I said. But me, when I was teaching full time and I knew it took a little bit more time, I would give myself at least an hour a day. Okay, if I had more energy in me, then I gave it a little bit more, but at least an hour a day. And that bothered me at first too, because some, people get upset. Hey, I want to learn all this right now. I want to get set up right now, and I want to start launching so I can start making money. But you really have to take on the process, right? I mean, you have to think college is 4 years, right? They don't just let you speed through college and go be a doctor or anything like that. You got to take the time to learn the skills, implement the skills in order to be successful in what you're doing. So an hour a day, as much as you can get done, and give yourself that break, because it is new. It is going to be overwhelming. It is going to feel stressful because it's a new skill. I shared it in my stories today on my Teacher to Marketer page. Like, it's a new skill. It's not that you can't do it. It's that it's new. Okay. And so it's going to take time. And like I said, I couldn't get over that in the beginning either. And my husband would tell me, Stephanie, like, you do an hour a day. That's all you do. In 60 days, you'll put 60 hours towards your business. And that's a lot of time. Like, when you think about it, a little bit of time does add up. So it's not about getting it done right now, today, this week, this month. It's about getting there eventually. Okay? It's about starting to learn how to change your situation so you're not going to live like that forever. Because if you never start, next year's going to look the exact same for you. You'll know exactly how that looks. Okay? But if you start and you work at it a little bit each day, next year or in 2 years or in 3 years, your life could look completely different. And that's what people don't realize. People don't want to play the long game, right? They want instant gratification. They want immediate results. And that comes a lot from the immediate things we have with technology and things being shipped to our house and a paycheck, every month or 2 weeks or however you're paid out. They want that now. They want to see that now. And it's like real estate too. My husband and I invest in a lot of real estate. And people ask us all the time, well, why do you do that? You're not going to see a lot of that money for a long time. And you're like, yeah, you're playing the long game when it comes to real estate. You got to learn, this is going to pay off for our futures. So that is my very long, drawn out explanation. And whatever other questions you have, I'm happy to answer them. And if something I said didn't make sense, please let me know, because I do know that sometimes I start to ramble when I start talking, and sometimes that rambling gets a little off topic. I do know that about myself. My husband will always laugh at me and he will be like, Stephanie, what are you talking about? We were just talking about this. And I was like, oh, I don't know. That conversation made me think of something else. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. No. Oh my gosh, another embarrassing thing. People don't talk about their mistakes on here a lot, you guys. And so after I took the new updated challenge, I made some changes. And one of them was to my free digital starter kit that I offered to you guys. And so I updated it. And then I think that was about 3 weeks ago, I updated it. And then I went to update it again last week. And I was reading it because I was like changing some things on my tools and resources page and some of the other pages. And when I had updated it 3 weeks ago, I had accidentally moved one of the pages. And so my kit for 3 weeks was completely out of order. And I was like This is so embarrassing. It looks like I cannot count. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, people probably thought I was so stupid. It literally went from step 2 to step 1. I was like, oh my gosh. So that is fixed now. But you will make challenges, you will make errors, mistakes, that will make you feel dumb and embarrassed. But that is all part of the process. And even after doing this for 2 years, I still make mistakes and I feel dumb. It happens, and you learn from it, and we move on, and we're better the next time. And next time I'll quadruple check that my pages are in order if I update that again. It was really embarrassing. I dwelled on it for a few minutes. My husband's like, it's fine. Most people probably didn't even notice. I would have noticed. That's probably not true. I was just surprised no one messaged me or emailed me, hey. Even like someone who was like going to be mean. You know, we always got the trolls on the internet. Like, hey, dum-dum. Like, pages aren't even in order. Oh, whatever. It happens. And now it's correct. So if anyone clicks on the link in their email, it's the same link. And it will be in the correct order this time. Unless they downloaded it. Then it wouldn't be. All right, Vanessa, you still here? What other questions do you have? Because I really want you to stop sitting on the sidelines and get started, because I know that you've been watching a long time. You've been on several of my lives. I know you can do this. All right, what else do you guys have for me? Anything? All right. I might end it here. Oh, Vanessa, thank you. Yeah, of course. And send me a message if you have questions. Like if you read through my free kit, if you have questions, literally anything. Okay. And if you do decide to start the challenge, I'll see that come through and I will move you over in that email campaign and you will get tons of information to help you through it. Okay. Like I said, you get I send a checklist of things to complete in order of getting your business started, helping you form a schedule, all the things. All right. Okay. I'm going to get off here. I always post these replays, so you will have access to watch this replay. It will be on my page here. I will collaborate with my main Teacher to Marketer page. I'll share it to my stories. On my Teacher to Marketer page, I have a live replays highlight under my bio. So you can always go through, watch any of my old replays on there, any of those things. If you're interested, like I said, in getting started, go ahead, comment ready. You'll get sent a message. It is automation, but I wrote the message personally. So it will send you a message. You'll get the link to the free digital starter kit. Access to the challenge if you're interested in getting started. But if you need anything, I always answer. Okay, and send me a DM on my Teacher to Marketer page. I do not really check the DMs on here since it is a backup account. So I can send voice messages there, send me a DM, send me an email, whatever it is you need, or you can wait till next week. I'll go live again at 6 p.m. Central Time. I go live every single Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay. So we'll see you guys next week. I hope you have a great week and we will talk soon, and goodbye.